Today we have incredible video of the man, the Capitol police officer, crushed by the mob attacking the nation's capital on January 6, 2020.
At approximately 1:30 p.m., the commander authorized rapid response platoons to deploy their hard gear and respond to the Capitol, including CDU-42. One man tried and failed to build a rapport with me, shouting, "Are you my brother?" Another takes a different tack, shouting, "You will die on your knees." A man in a QAnon hoodie exclaims, "This is the time to choose which side of history to be on." A man whose shirt read, "God, Guns, and Trump" stood behind him, silently holding a Trump flag. Directly in front of me, a man seized the opportunity of my vulnerability. He grabbed the front of my gas mask and used it to beat my head against the door.
Daniel Hodges showed up 4 years later this week to again protect the Capitol on Inauguration Day because it was his job.
Are you prepared for that day?
Yeah, I mean, you mean like physically, emotionally?
Just all fronts.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody's working. We're all going to be doing our jobs, regardless of our feelings on politics. You know, it's the thing about democracy, right, is you can't just believe in it when your party wins or your candidate wins. You have to believe in it when you lose. It's depressing to see that people don't care that much.
What would give you peace?
You just have to hope that the longer cultural victory is ours, that 5, 10, 50 years from now, people look back and say, wow, it's hard to believe that Americans would do that. We would never do that again.
So when Daniel Hodges heard the news of Trump's blanket pardon, well, we have his profound response. And you will be moved when you see it coming up next, because it cuts to the heart of every hypocrisy passed off as policy in an administration not 4 days old, distinguished already by the pain and chaos it is causing.
First, we have a list of pardons and commutations relating to events that occurred on January 6, 2021.
Okay, and how many people is this?
I think this order will apply to approximately 1,500 people, sir.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutations?
Full pardon. We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research.
Okay.
Nice to see you again. So this is a big one. Anything you want to explain about this? We hope they get them. We hope they come out tonight, frankly. They're expecting it.
So the video that you're about to see is one of the most stunning accounts of where we are now in this country. It comes from the perspective of one iconic and brave man who has literally seen it all and felt it all and still kept loyal to his oath and his country. But make no mistake about it, what you're about to see is a man dedicated to justice, betrayed by an executive order. It's absolutely unreal. Please share this example of the tragedy, of the travesty, of the January 6th insurrection, the man who would protect his capital, and the president who blithely betrayed him.
It was kind of surreal on Inauguration Day, having all these people wearing MAGA hats. They saw me and they saw my uniform. They didn't recognize who I was, but they thanked me for my service. And it reminded me of January 6, 2021, because on that morning, they thanked me for my service too. And then they went into the ellipse and listened to Donald Trump speak. And Trump was told they were armed and he didn't care. He told them they had to fight. Fight, fight, fight. And then he sent them to the Capitol. And once they went to the Capitol, they didn't thank me anymore. They called me a traitor, telling me to remember my oath. I was beaten, crushed, kicked, punched, surrounded. Someone reached underneath my visor, tried to gouge out my eye. And all these people were just pardoned by Donald Trump, who says that they were the real victims, that they were the patriots. I don't understand how anyone can believe that. Donald Trump, everything he is, everything he stands for is anathema to me. But he is the President of the United States, and he's going to leverage that power in terrible ways. And one of the first ways he chose to do that was to pardon everyone from January 6th who tried to stop the transfer of power and usurp the will of the people. I hope that the guardrails that remain in our government are sufficient to preserve the Republic for the next 4 years. And I would encourage everyone watching to look with fresh eyes on what Donald Trump is doing, what he's saying, and continually ask yourself if this is who you want to represent yourself to your children, to everyone else in the world, to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family. Because while he has been elected, those in Congress who enable him are still answerable to you. And they're afraid of losing their jobs precisely because too many people offer their unwavering support for Donald Trump. If you begin to think, even a little bit, that we can do better than Trump, then their support for him might waver too. And he's not going to be able to ram through his horrific agenda quite as easily. All that being said, the people who attacked us on January 6th are free now. They can try it again. And they'll know, if they try it again in the next 4 years, they know they'll get pardoned again. But that doesn't matter. Myself, I'll be there if I'm needed. I'll do it all again. Members of the Capitol Police, MPD, will be there.
Well, they were pardoned this week. Will they be duly deputized next week? These are the endless questions to be answered moving forward on Occupy Democrats in what the late, great David Lynch would call the theater of the absurd. But folks, this is the world we loathe in now.